Hello, my name is Brehon Mills, and I'd like to welcome you back to the channel. Well, not only do we talk about great stocks, but we also talk about great books. Listen, family, I've been, checking out a few news websites and watching a few videos on YouTube, and it appears that you have a lot of um, novice traders and new traders and new YouTube stock experts out here, and they're actually panicking in this moment in time right here. And I've been investing in the stock market since 2006. And one thing I do know is the stock market is a roller coaster ride. Okay. It's not a sprint, it's a marathon. And so every once in a while, we do have dips in the market. We do have retracements in the market. We do have times where the market begins to sell off. Okay. It isn't about, oftentimes it isn't about fear. It isn't about panic. Sometimes individuals just like to take a little bit of profit off the table. Okay. So a lot of these hedge fund managers, a lot of these big banks, they know the market is overly inflated. And with everyone being at home, it gave so many novice traders the opportunity to jump into the market. And to be honest with you, a lot of novice traders have actually made a lot of money. And, Carl Icahn once stated, everybody's a genius in a bull market. And I truly believe that. I've seen so many traders, so many YouTube guys come out. They just started trading in 2020, and all of a sudden they're an expert. And I have to be honest with you, there are no expert traders. All right, there are some that have identified and found systems that work for them, but we haven't experienced a bear market yet. Okay, in the past year, I mean, it's been a pretty strong bull market where you could just pick any stock in the EV sector and it's going to take off. You could pick any stock in the energy sector, the solar sector, and it's going to take off. But the truth is, 80% of those companies are going to fail. We've seen Workhorse that went from let me pull up Workhorse. That, because of the height and because of the speculation, it took off. And I jumped in Workhorse. I made a little bit of profit and I got out of there because I've been around long enough to know that 80% of these companies aren't going to make it. They just aren't going to make it. And Workhorse had, one of these stocks that was around $4, shot up to 40 because there was a potential that they were going to get the government contract with the UPS, the U.S. United States Postal Service. That fell through. All of a sudden, the stock dropped all the way down to $16. It came back a little bit, and one of the reasons why it's holding as strong as it is because ARK Invest has a huge number of shares of this company. But I have to tell you something about ETFs and index funds. These ETF fund managers have a responsibility to provide a positive return to their shareholders. Okay. So they reevaluate all of these stocks in their portfolio on a monthly basis or quarterly basis. And if they see that the potential is slim for that company, or they see no future for that company, they're gonna dump those shares. Okay, so right now Workhorse is still in ARK Invest, but again, once they review, do their monthly or quarterly review, then we'll find out if they see fit that Workhorse remains a part of their portfolio. They could sell off 50% and hold the remaining 50% of their portfolio. So we just don't know. All right, we just don't know. But again, a lot of these companies are going to fail. All right, a lot of these companies are going to fail. But when it comes back, let me talk about the market. All right, the overall market, we always have pullbacks. But when you take a look going from 2009 all the way to 2020, is strong upward movement. Okay, so we got to think long term. All right, don't think about right now. Think about the long term. All right, now one of the stocks that I have on auto buy every Tuesday, I automatically buy American Airlines. Okay, this is a daily chart, and American Airlines is a sector that a part of our life that we need. All right. So again, we have a lot of hot sectors right now. We have a lot of hot industries right now. But you know, those things may come in the future, but it isn't essential to our everyday life at this moment. All right. So again, transportation is something we must have. Transportation is something we must use. And this is what we need on a day-to-day basis. All right. And I have American Airlines on my auto pay. And again, I like to look for opportunities where I may just purchase some additional shares. And again, if you've been following my channel, you know I'm a fan of the 20-day moving average. Okay. We move away from the 20, we come back to the 20. We may fall below the 20. But anytime I'm looking to just go in and just buy more shares, I take a look at where we are currently. Right now, I can see that we are too far away from the 20 for me to go in and purchase some more shares. So I will wait until we fall back to the 20-day moving average. Okay. So once we fall back to the 20-day moving average, then I'll go in and I might look to add some more shares. But again, I'm long on American Airlines. American Airlines is here to stay. This is essential to our life. This is essential to our business. And this is something that we must have. And I use American Airlines all the time. So I'm bullish and I truly believe in the stock. And when it comes back to the overall market, investors, hedge fund managers, they are built to win. They only position themselves for the success. The market only positions itself to win. But in the short term, we are going to have some losses along the way. And be careful what you invest in, because again, some of these industries are hot right now, but 80% of the companies in these industries will fail. All right. So if you get a chance to get in, get some money, be mindful, pay attention to what's going on, because any failed contract like Workhorse, and you can lose 50% of your gains. All right. Now, if you lose 50% of your gains, you have to actually double your gain. You need 100% profit to make that up, to make up a 50% loss. All right, but that's all I have. I just wanted to speak some life. I wanted to speak some truth, and I wanted to speak some knowledge to you, and I wanted to speak some wisdom to you. All right, I've been in this game for a minute now. I'm not a new YouTuber. I didn't come to monetize because I'm good. You know what I mean? Without YouTube, I'm good. So, but I did wanted to share some knowledge and some insight and just share my experiences through life. Okay. Now, I didn't want to take up too long on this video, but if I added some value to you, please hit me up with a like. This is your first time checking me out, hit the subscribe button and keep coming back for more wealth building information. Peace.